Mass layoffs. USPS is laying off thousands, and they're going to be losing their jobs amid cost-cutting overhaul. So in this video, let's go over what's happening and why USPS, one of the largest postal services, is laying off employees. So the U.S. Postal Service, the USPS, is set to deploy layoffs involving 10,000 employees in the coming month as part of a sweeping cost-cutting initiative under Postmaster General Louis DeJoy. This move is linked to a new partnership with DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, spearheaded by Elon Musk, aiming to streamline operations and cut excess spending within federal agencies. Now, whether you agree or not with Elon Musk and DOGE, it is really unfortunate that all these federal employees are losing their jobs, especially in a tough job market where many companies, especially non-federal positions, are losing their jobs. So a lot of people are having to compete with each other for a limited availability of positions. And this is going to be very hard for people because people are going to be applying for jobs that they're overqualified for just to get a position and just to be able to get the income to provide for their families and to put food on the table. So what is happening? USPS is going to first offer a voluntary early retirement package to 10,000 employees over the next 30 days. So over the next 30 days, 10,000 people will have to volunteer to take an early retirement package, which is basically going to be a voluntary layoff, but they do get some benefits for taking the voluntary layoff. And this is not uncommon. USPS doesn't want to fire people, so they would rather have, especially some of the people who are closer to retirement, and this is a way for them to kind of get some of the older generation that have been at the company for quite some time, because eventually those people are going to leave that company. So this is one way to help reduce costs as well as provide some incentives to reduce the headcount at USPS. These layoffs are part of a broader restructuring effort to eliminate inefficiencies and reduce operational costs. DOGE's involvement signals a push towards automation and privatization within the USPS, which has been struggling with financial losses for years. So why is this happening? The USPS has faced mounting debt, declining mail volume, and rising operational costs. DeJoy's plan is aimed at reducing expenses without disrupting core services, but critics argued that workforce reductions could impact delivery times and service quality. The Postal Service is also being pushed to become more competitive with private shipping companies such as FedEx by improving efficiency while cutting unnecessary expenses. The DOGE partnership is expected to increase reliance on automation, AI-driven logistics, and contract-based labor. So a lot of people are affected by this change. As we mentioned earlier, it's going to be 10,000 employees that they're looking to get rid of, and hopefully 10,000 do step up for those voluntary retirement. So the people affected are primarily clerical and administrative workers at USPS processing centers and regional offices. Long-term employees who qualify for early retirement may receive buyout offers. Union leaders have raised concerns about potential job losses in rural areas where the USPS remains a critical service provider. And it's no doubt that postal services are very key in our society. It's a way for people to deliver mail and packages all over across the states to other people, whether it be customers, family members, friends. So what's next for them? Employees are going to receive an early retirement package details in the coming days, those who are older and near retirement. And there's going to be further job cuts that may follow. So if not enough people take that early retirement package, they will have to cut, unfortunately, some other people's jobs, depending on USPS's financial performance in 2025. So these cuts are going to help with their financial performance, but we don't know how much. We need USPS to become positive for 2025 and see that the numbers are growing. Congressional hearings are expected, with lawmakers questioning the long-term impact of these cuts on mail delivery services. This move of mass USPS layoffs aligns with the administration's broader federal cost-cutting initiatives, but it raises questions about the future of government-run postal services. So it does seem like DOGE is interfering with a lot of companies, whether you like that or not. We won't be getting into that, but it does seem like times are very tough for people, and it doesn't really seem like any position is really safe, whether you work in the tech sector or something crucial, such as the postal service. Your job is at stake. With the private sector increasingly dominating package delivery, USPS may be shifting towards a more corporate, profit driven model, a change that could redefine how Americans receive their mail in the years to come. So, right now, it does seem like every single company is looking to increase profits, reduce expenses, and ultimately that's going to affect employees because people are going to be paid less jobs are going to be available, and eventually people are going to try to automate as much jobs as they can to get that cheaper labor.